Hello everyone. Today we are starting with another sonnet of William Wordsworth. The world is too much with us. The sonnet was composed in 1806 and published in 1807. The poem complains that man is deeply immersed in the hectic pursuit of material gains rather than having any communion with nature. Central idea. The title suggests the central idea that it is the poet's disgust with sheer money mindedness and commercial outlook of the people of his times. The poet laments, that is mourns. इसका मतलब है विलाप, दुखी होना. The poet laments that man has lost his connectivity and harmony with nature. Due to commercialism, he is deeply concerned with materialism. We would rather be a pagan than live in the worldly affairs of the urban civilization. His heart longs for harmony with nature. The world is too much with us. The world is too much with us. We are deeply absorbed और engrossed, यानी कि हम तल्लीन हो गए हैं इस दुनिया में. In the world full of material objects, we are only involved and happy in getting and spending things. We waste our energy and power only in procuring wealth and spending on physical enjoyments. I will read the first 4 lines. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away a sordid boon. We have totally disconnected our spirits from the blessings of divine nature. We are exploiting the resources only for our material gains. The poet laments, यानी कि दुखी होना. The poet laments the moral degradation, नैतिक पतन of human beings and feels sad for man losing interest in nature. We are enraptured with perishable things that there is no longer any permanent happiness in our lives. We have bought our emotions for temporary, dirty blessings. The next 4 lines. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. The poet observes man's utter disinterest in nature. Man does not find time in appreciating nature. We are out of tune with Mother Nature. The sight of the grand sea laying open in the glare of the moonlit night does not attract us. The winds that would be making horrible sounds during the day are calm and quiet at night. We don't have time or sense to appreciate nature's bounty. Our innermost feelings and love for nature is no more there, and blindly we have all the time for material pursuits. When we lose touch with nature and have no eye or ear for beauty and grandeur, we are devoid of clean and spiritual life. The moral and inner self should be connected with nature. Next 6 lines. It moves us not, great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on the pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn, have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. The poet feels sad about man losing interest in nature and at the moral degradation of human beings. He longs for an escape from the busy mundane commercialized life. He laments that instead of such a meaningless, dull, routine life, he would rather be a pagan. The Industrial Revolution influenced man and he was gripped with machines and disconnected with nature. With disgust, he wishes he would rather be a pagan who were outdated. Unlike the urban man, pagans were simple followers of nature. They believed in worshipping various gods and goddesses found in nature. They were least ambitious people and given to they were least ambitious people and were not given to materialistic allurements. In their company, he would see the vast landscape beauty and meadows and all beautiful objects of nature. He would get to see the sea gods Proteus and Triton. He would hear the conch shell blown by Triton and see Proteus come out of the sea. Paganism brought man closer to nature. The poet professes his love for paganism and the outworn creed of the pagans, in which worship of the gods of nature was recommended. Thank you.